Um, sun dried. It's called cascara or kishar. This is tea. Okay. Tea pulp, coffee pulp tea rather. Yeah. Cascara is actually a third wave product. Recently, the probably past 5 to 10 years only. But Kishar has been there for 100 years or more. Being used normally in the Middle East. They get the husk and they now sell it as tea. Or Kishar. So that's how it looks. You normally will soak it in a French press or a coffee press. Soak it probably 2 to 3 minutes or longer, depending how strong you like your tea. Okay, if it could be tea bag, then put it in a hot pot and you can put it in. It has this kind of like a cherry pandan kind of flavor to it. Okay. But please take note, if you research on the internet on cascara, it is a natural African tree as well. That is, the fruit is a laxative. Okay? So make sure when you're looking for coffee cascara, say coffee cascara. Okay, fermentation. In general, fermentation is when the sugars, that's why you want to harvest ripe. The sugars are fermented and the fermentation creates complex acids that bring out the flavor of coffee. Malic acid, phosphoric acid, citric acid, wag lang acetic. Acetic is vinegar already. So in the fermentation process, when it starts to smell almost like vinegar, you should stop. That's why the duration is very flexible and you do off sunlight. Because if not, you ferment it too fast, you get acetic acid or vinegar. That's why when you look at the roadsides going to Cavite, Laguna, wherever you have these gallons in white liquid exposed in the sunlight. They're trying to ferment it faster so you can sell it as vinegar. Okay, and that's the sap of the tubak or sugar cane. So that answers the question now. Direct sunlight can ferment. Okay, ferment too much. Okay. Now, but in wet fermentation, okay, when you have reached the right fermentation already, they now wash that off. You wash all the mucilage and its parchment, and then you dry it quickly. Dry it fast. You don't have any more of the mucilage, you don't have any more of the sugar, so you're drying it so you don't create molds or over ferment it. You want to dry it fast. Okay? So natural is the natural exposure to sun. You dehydrate the cherry and you get black dehydrated cherries. Okay? Okay? Speedy drying is needed to avoid molds, but sometimes heat may ferment and they have a vinegar aroma. Okay? So you want to avoid alcohol also. Instead of vinegar, you don't want to make it become alcoholic when you're making your tuba or your lambanog. You want to create the right fermentation. Okay. What am I trying to lead at here? If I were lecturing to farmers, I'm telling them, hello, start data mining. Meaning, take note of your fermentation period, how you ferment, what's the temperature, is it in sunlight or sunlight, which I will show you a chart later on. Okay. Now, the modification of fermentation or processing, you have now others. This is what I shared before. They are trying to simulate in a more hygienic manner the civet coffee or the alamid coffee or the kopi luwak. You're adding mashed fruits because the cat will eat fruits. But the cat actually eats also other things like frogs and crickets. But this is a more hygienic. You put mashed fruits. This is not acceptable in the World Barista Championship. You cannot use fortified or fermentation with additives. You cannot use that. Okay. This is now another modification. This is accepted. Wet or dry processing in very cold condition. You use very cold water to slow down the processing so the fermentation is better. And then now the carbonic maceration, which is now very used in competition, is pumping in an airtight container, okay, or a closed container. You pump in carbon dioxide to expel oxygen, and now you control the oxidation of your what do you call it? The slurry, the coffee and slurry. fermenting there, you remove the oxygen. Oxygen will oxidize it. Okay? Now you're removing the oxygen by putting carbon dioxide. And it's just in a airtight container. Okay? So this is accepted in the competition. Because there's no additives. This is just an air being pumped in. So carbonic maceration was developed by one of the barista champions. Okay? Wet hull or gising basa, again, it's just cherries are pulped, fermented in parchment. Okay? Then when it's somewhat 35% dry, you mill and remove the parchment and sun dry in green beans. So it's just a modified version. Okay? Okay. Semi-natural is very similar. You ferment it in cherries, and then when it's 35 to 40% dry, you remove the cherry and then you dry it again.